Hello, I'm havrd. It's nice to be here. I need to be really quick because I need to do some stuff. You guys donated for this character thingy. Does that look like Sonic to you? It looks like Sonic to me. So I've been allowed to like speedrun explaining glitches in this game because it's important because stuff. So this is Paint. Welcome to Paint. At the start of the Oblivion universe, bang, space-time was made. Space-time. And in space and time, there are both doors, chairs, god, that's hard to draw fast, and horses. And there's like doors and chairs and horses everywhere. I need to explain two glitches. It's load warping and saddle skedaddle. So I'm going to use an example from the run that's going to happen, and it will make no sense, but I'll try. There's a tower. We need to get inside the tower, and the tower has a door. Here's a door to the tower, and we are a character, and we're going to interact with the door. Let's say like we were 10 years old and we made a save. So this is 10-year-old us. We could take that save file from 10-year-old us and bring that to the other side of the door. That's load warping. We can just like traverse space and time with save files and doors. Does that make sense? Cool. Now if we are also sitting on a chair, if we were sitting on a chair, the chairs have coordinates like X, Y, Z. If we made a save on a chair or on a horse, those would be saved also through the door transition. And we need to be up here in this tower. So if we made a save on a chair, which we're going to do in the run, you'll see, we will end up out of bounds outside the tower, but also as the character on the chair. And that will make us enter a door. Does that make sense? Cool, great. Let's. That is this, and that is Sonic. Let's just accept this character. Yes, I'm sure. He's a red guard. Cool. Press F12, and then we start time in 3, 2, 1, and go. So I need to do a bunch of stuff at the start. It's really confusing, and it makes all runs horrible. Also, I need to do this so that people know that it's 60 FPS, because you can't run this game if it's not. So I need to make some saves, and then immediately I make a save at a chair. Again, that's really important, because that'll make us go out of bounds really fast. I just made a save at a wall. Walls don't work if you load in the map, or they do work, but you work before the walls do. So I clip through the walls by being there before the walls. Cool. So I'm gonna do that to go around everywhere all the time really fast through walls. We're gonna have to make a lot of saves at a lot of doors to teleport around and break the game that way. We're gonna use the save at that chair really soon. We're just gonna grab this key and open that door. That door is really broken, by the way, so we're gonna have to make a save at that door and make sure we use that for load warping later. Alright, so I'm just gonna... This clip is horrible. So this might take a lot of attempts to get, but hopefully not too many. Can we make that? Maybe not. Didn't make it, okay. So let's do the safer version of it. Again, this is why this category is not fun and why any percent is not fun. But that's why I'm doing it. That wall is horrible. Right, so we will, when we get past this part, we will interact with the door like down there, and we will load warp it, but we will load up the save on the chair. And that'll make it so that we're out of bounds, like outside the door. Okay, whew. I'm glad that worked. Right, so now we're here. If I interact with the door and open the menu, and now I load the save on the chair that hasn't used Adrenaline Rush yet, I'm now the character. That's the door I came from. Or should have come from. But I'm not. I'm out of bounds. Perfect. That's saddle skedaddle. And again, I am the character that didn't do all that other stuff. I'm the one that just started the game and sat in the chair. Makes sense to me? Good. Right, so there's an emperor in this game, and the whole game revolves around like saving him or something. It makes no sense because we don't. I mean, we save him. He's supposed to die, and we're supposed to get an amulet. We'll get to it. I need to make a save at this door, because again, doors are broken, and then I load warp the character I made after the game started. No, not that one. Yeah, that one. Is that right? Hope that's right. So now I'm another character, the one that didn't do any of the other stuff. I just spawned the Emperor. If I make a save and then leave again, he will progress if I wait. Also, I need to get some stuff to make duping happen. There's duping in this game, of course there is. If I if I wait now while the key thing happened, they will move and kill people while I'm not there. Also, that's supposed to be 1 hour. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Right, so we looted a bunch of stuff now, and we need to do some menu managing because we need to do stuff. Right, so if we punch in this game, and then try to equip arrows, and then drop a thing, we get the duped scrolls, because that makes perfect sense, right? Makes sense to me. So we just want to pick up a bunch of scrolls, because they are used to scroll dupe. That's another way to dupe, because of course there's many ways to dupe in a Bethesda game. So now we can load drop that again, and now we will be the character that has all the scrolls, and they will be done fighting, because we did all that stuff. Does that make sense? Makes sense to me. So see, now they're just done fighting, hopefully, soon. And then I'll have to drop these scrolls on the scroll stacks, and then we double the stack size, because of course I would, because it's Oblivion. Whew. Right, so again, the whole plot is that the Emperor is about to die or something at the end of the tutorial, but that won't happen. We will kill the assassin that kills the Emperor, so we won't have the Emperor die, because he will never die. Right, so we just want to do this, and now we have good stuff. Makes perfect sense. Okay.
No, he is not one of them. He can help us.
So now the Emperor wants to tell us that we are a horse, which is perfect for us. We agree with him. Steed, perfect, thank you. Good stuff. Then we gotta make a hard save here, because the game can get really destroyed if I don't. Please walk. Okay, cool. Hopefully this works now. So I'm gonna load up into the same area I was just in. That shouldn't work, but for some reason it works now. And that breaks him really badly, and we will hope it works. If I leave again, I just entered again, not again, and now I'm the same character I didn't used to be. Hopefully that works. Okay, so this clip is horrible as well. If it works, cool. If it doesn't, we'll just walk around. It's fine. We'll lose like 10 seconds, whatever. Right, okay, so the clip worked, but did the Emperor work? I don't think it did. This door is supposed to be open now. It's not cool. That makes sense. So we just have to walk to him, and if he is weird now, he was perfect. Right, so the game is totally broken now, and the door is open. It's not supposed to be, but it will be. See? The door is open now. Shouldn't be. Right, so there's an assassin in this room ahead, and he will kill the Emperor. But he won't kill the Emperor if we kill him before the Emperor gets killed. Right? That makes sense? But the guard that is guarding the Emperor will think the Emperor is dead because we killed the guy that kills the Emperor. Does that make sense? Right? So now he's dead. Right? So now the guy called Boris, he will be important later. He will think that the Emperor is dead and that he gave us the Amulet of Kings. So now he thinks the Emperor is dead. You see him back there? He's dead to me. Looks dead to me. Right, so blah 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 blah. Right, he's dead, right? Hello? Yeah, he's dead. Cool, cool. I agree. So the whole plot revolves around that the king guy is dead. Yeah, and that we have something called the Amulet of Kings, which we don't. Good. Right, so we're about to exit the intro, and this is... You've pretty much watched a run of any percent at this point, except that I did some duping that I'm not supposed to do in any percent. Also, please clip. Please clip. Okay, so this is like the classic time loss that we could be... Okay, cool. Right, so I'm gonna do something called center on selling. We've done it a bunch, but if I swim downwards now, eventually the game is gonna be like, you're too far away, stop. And it'll just boop me up, and that will be where the ending of the sewer is. Makes sense to me. See? Perfect. I'll make a save here, because that's important later. Also, we have to not be a red guard anymore. So now we are going to be a high elf female. Sanix the Hedgehog. Perfect. Right, so now the game kind of begins. The first thing we need to do is to understand that Oblivion and Skyrim, this movement speed of your character is related to how high you are, like your tallness. So we're gonna go buy drugs, a bunch of drugs. We need a lot of drugs to get really high. That's really important, because then we can go really fast by being really high. Make sense? Good. But the problem is, Oblivion only wants you to get 5 highs, 5 drug doses at once. We're waiting for our drug dealer. I'm not even joking. And so if we get too high, the game will be like, nah, stop, please stop. You're too high. And we'll be like, okay, fine. But what you can do is get 4 highs, not 5, 4. If you get 4 highs, that's enough for the game to think like, oh, he's only 4 high, it's fine. he can get more high. So we gotta buy some drugs, and of course we are able to dupe these again. So we just gotta go here, do some stuff, and then we will dupe a lot of skooma, which makes you high. Perfect. Right, okay. So just gonna drop some scrolls on some skooma, and drop skooma everywhere. I'm just gonna drop this because it's annoying to have in my inventory. Bit more, please. It's probably fine. Right, so I just drank 4 and I drank another 4. So now I have 8 high. Right, cool. So everyone thinks that the Emperor is dead, alive, dead now. Even this guy, but obviously he's not dead, alive. And now we give him the amulet we don't currently possess. Yes? Great, so please go away. So the tower thing I tried to explain earlier is happening now. So I need to not go to the tower in Squash the City. I need to go and sit on a bench, a chair, and then make a save there, because that actually breaks the load warping thing I tried to explain earlier. Please, So I sit on a chair, and then I make a save. So now I will use that save specifically later to just skip the entirety of the insides of a tower section thingy. Again, always try to drink 8 skooma. I think I drank 7 there, which makes me less high than I could have been, which makes me less fast. Okay. Yeah, so this town is like under siege by demons, so we need to stop that. Because the right inside that city, not the gate, but inside the city is a guy. He's like a monk or whatever, and he's like the real emperor. Except the real emperor is still alive, but he's like the quote-unquote real emperor. If that makes any not sense, doesn't make sense to me. But I'm trying my best. Okay, but that character that was on the bench hasn't been to Oblivion yet, so we need to make a We need to make a save at this door. And then load warp that door. So now we will be the character out of bounds on top of the tower. Do you remember the drawing from earlier? So now we're out of bounds on top of the tower. The door is down there usually. And then we picklock this door. But we're not the correct character. Our character doesn't have the quest yet. So we need to make a save at this door. And we'll need that save anyway later. And then we bring the character that is inside Oblivion on the other side of this door. Right? So now we're unlocking the door outside the door. The wrong door. The right door. Right, so now we're here with the correct character. And then we do some cool jump, and then we grab this thing. Makes the entire place blow up. That wouldn't have worked if we didn't do it this way. Alright, cool. So the siege is done, except there's some demons inside the town still, and we need to save the real fake emperor. Whew. So I'm just gonna do some fighting. Here's a pretty good time for a donation or two if you have some.
I have plenty.
Cool.
So we have a $20 donation from Wonderland Biome that says, "Hey, havrd, don't forget to Peepo Skooma Run."
Yep. I won't forget. Also, thanks. You can do more if you want.
Sure. We also have a $20 donation from Nordic Soy that says, "Gotta donate while we gotta go fast. Full fart Fremuva."
Here he is. This is Martin. He's the fake new emperor. Again, the real emperor is just inside the... I'm just gonna make some saves for safety because the game is really stupid. Right. So now we are inside this like church or whatever. But if we go to the door we made a save at this chapel, and then I load warp that save, right? So now we bring in that character that's talking to him inside this door, you know? Then we are here with the character that just talked to that man, even though we didn't travel here. The Amulet of Kings is not there, because we didn't have it to begin with, but the game is really confused, and that's fine with us. Right. Okay, so these people, please don't be stupid. Okay. Okay, so we gotta free a guy called the Joffrey. He's in here. And when we... Okay, please stop.
I do not fear death. You're back.
Cool. Yep, nice. Hopefully he didn't break too badly.
What's going on?
Hopefully that worked. That's... Okay. Now we're going up here. That's the Cloud Ruler Temple. That's the place, like the main hub of the game. We gotta go here to just make them do some dialogue that they want to do that we don't want them to do. Oops, that's what happens if you do 5 drugs and not 8. So we're just running inside here to make a save at a door, again, to teleport back to that door when we want to later. Saves a bunch of backtracking and stuff. Right, so we've done all the like preliminary like setup for the game. The game just has to do some stuff, but we are gonna go and do all the endgame quests now. After each other. So we're going to a place called Umbra, with a person called Umbra, with a sword called Umbra. Some of that information might be wrong, I didn't play this ever. And we're gonna deliver that to like a Daedric Prince man. Also, yes, you're here, die. Perfect. That's some safety setup thing for later. So again, we're gonna just clip through stuff by being real fast and making a save and deloading the area. So now we're just through the wall. So Umbra's about to die and we're gonna grab her sword. Please. Perfect. There, and depending on what direction I look, it will affect where I end up in direction-wise when I load warp this door. Right, so now I will be looking at the door again so I can easily escape without having to look at the door. Hopefully nobody's following me. Perfect. Cool. Everything's great. Again, we drink 8 drugs to go fast to get high. Higher than before. High elves are the highest ones, of course. It's in their name. Right. So now, if we don't talk to this dog's ass, I'm not even joking, then this won't work. Cool. If you didn't talk to its actual ass, then you get a cutscene. Right, so we're going to a place called Miscarcand or whatever to get a soul stone something. And yeah, that's another of the like late game quests. I don't know why we need to do this, but we need to do this. The fake new emperor is about to tell us that we need to later. Not yet though. Okay. What else is important? There's gonna be like a big fight in a really long time that makes no sense, and we can't skip it. That's gonna be fun. And yeah, this is no Dragonfire skip. It's a miscellaneous category of Oblivion. The main category of Oblivion is either any percent or no out of bounds, depending on who you ask. And no out of bounds makes it so you can't do these things, and any percent is 3 minutes long. So now you know everything you need to know about Oblivion. Good time to like shout out some Sandy X and like Fun Cannon and Etem and stuff. Cool people that also run the game sometimes. Right, so we just grabbed that thing and we are now inside the Cloud Ruler Temple, but nobody's here. But if we load warp that save again, we will be inside of the place we haven't been to yet. Right? Does that make sense? Makes sense to me. So we're gonna talk to some people and then we're gonna do a quest called Books. Books is like the main big storyline of getting a bunch of figuring out what's going wrong and who's the real emperor. Right, so just talking to this guy. And now we're going to meet Boris. Do you remember the guy that thought the king was dead when the king wasn't dead? He's here, even though he's still in the sewers still. But he's here, so he has 2 of himself. It makes no sense. Right, okay. So if we kill this guy, he is reading a book and we want that book because it's our book now. Get scammed, kid.
Good work.
Right, so he thinks the emperor is dead, but he's not dead, and he's here now. So we're just gonna gather a bunch of books by killing people. Whew. Okay. Oh, she's not here. So there's gonna be like a bunch of... Excuse me? Hello. Blah, 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 blah. We need to do some specific stuff here. We need to wait until exactly 8 AM. Because we're gonna go to a bookstore and we need the timing of the game to be a specific way for specific brain melting. But it's fine, don't worry about it. We're gonna wait until 8 AM and then we need to make a save. 8 AM, cool. Making a save there is really important. Right, okay, cool. We're about to meet like a secret Ancient Man after we do this part. First, we're gonna go to this bookshop and ask if they have our book. And he's gonna be like, no, you are not cool, I don't like you. And we'll be like, okay, goodbye. We'll wait for an hour. And then we'll enter and leave again. So we're entering and leaving. And oh, look at that. It's the guy that just bought his book that we wanted to buy. And now we're telling him it's our book now. Get scammed again. Cool. So I drank 1 skooma. So I need to drink 3 skooma and then 4 more skooma. Whew. Cool. Right, so this is where we will meet the secret envoy guy. They think we're infiltrating a meeting. Excuse me? Nice staircase. So again, we want to clip through the wall so that we don't have to do this part of the game at all. Perfect. Whew. So the first thing I'll do... Oh no, I actually need to wait a bit. That's awkward. Right, so I need to make a save at this chair with a bunch of skooma stacks. Then I need to go over here, and now Boris will arrive and come for us. I need to make that save for the same reason as the other saves on chairs, because saddle skedaddle, if you remember. Right, so now Boris is here. He still thinks the Emperor is dead, even though him and the Emperor is still in the sewers. We'll just tell him now I'm good on my own, I don't need your help to kill this guy. Or get his book at least. In any way we wanted to. I really think... Excuse me? I really think the female Sanix ended up well randomly generated. Okay, so now he's dead. And we grab him, his book. And now that's the last book. And now hopefully I've done everything correctly while trying to comment it. Because if not, that's really bad. Right, so now I'm gonna travel to like the palace. And there's like a secret message there. Hopefully. If not... Okay, so everything's fine. No problems here. We're going to meet Mankar Cameron. He's a dude with the one real book. We're running low on skooma. I'll just dupe some more when I need to. If you have some more donations, this is probably a good time.
Of course, I have a couple. We have $20 coming in from fellow runner Kazo that says, "How does skooma taste like?" And we also have a $10 donation coming in from Seth Frame that says, "Never watched a speed run of Oblivion before, but I'm enjoying it. Come to watch Sean Bean die. Stay to help the kids. Don't do drugs, regardless of what the hero of Kavak does."
Yeah, perfect. But Sean Bean never died though, right? That's the. We made sure to save him. Right, so we're about to meet Michael Cameron. He's about to go to a place called Paradise, and it's literally a dreamland filled with dinosaurs. I'm not even joking. Right, just gonna drink some more. We need to kill this person. Hopefully everything's good. Sometimes the game is really bad right now. Right, so we need to find this save again, and when we load up that now, we have all the books and everyone is happy. Okay, cool. Right, so he's happy, and we have the evil book of evil. They think there's spies spying on the temple we haven't been to yet. So this guy really wants us to kill those spies, and we will do that. So we'll go kill some spies now. While we kill these spies, we'll make a save at a church that'll save like 5 seconds later. It's great.
I'm listening.
Cool. So now we just need to wait at this door for the spies to come home, because we have no idea where they actually live, except we do. It's awkward. Whew. I can talk about this. The whole plot of Oblivion, well, it doesn't make any sense, but the part that kind of makes sense is that evil demons from Demonland is demoning, and they come to these gates like the one we closed. Okay, they're here, cool. Please stop. Cool. Take her key and then leave. Right. And this town called Bruma is gonna be attacked by one. So we need to, like, it's a big long fight where we have to fight everyone inside like a demon portal, just like we did with the tower thing. And that's like the next thing that we're gonna do. But there's a big fight after that as well. Right. Hopefully Joffrey isn't sleeping. Literally Tinker Tom from Fallout 4. He's sleeping.
What have you?
Blah, 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 blah.
I will send word to the counter. I've decided.
Right, so gotta give him the thingy that we didn't have before, that we got from the late game quest, and now everything is cool. Right, so we're meeting the captain of the Brumagard people, and he's gonna be helping us close that gate that I talked about, the Bruma gate it's called. I really need more skooma, we are running low, but that's okay, no problem. Excuse me? Cool. Right, so we enter this gate and then we'll do something really wonky, because this game is pretty wonky. We'll make a save and then we'll load the save. You remember this demon door that we made because we needed to be the correct character inside the tower? If we load up this now, well, while inside of the gate, we'll have like the unlocky thingy majig here. And so instead of fighting a bunch of demons, we will just unlock the gate from inside. And I've tried to figure out how this works, but nobody really knows how it actually works. So, not you. This guy. Excuse me, this guy.
It was an honor.
Yes, cool. So now the gate is complete, and we don't have to do any of that. I lied to you. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. It's fine. Don't worry about it. There'll be fighting. That happens if you miss a load warp. I haven't hit them until now. Right, okay. Hello. Yes. Oh, hello.
Good work.
Perfect. So now we need to talk to this guy.
Yes. I figured.
Blah, 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 blah.
Be sure. So.
Right. There's a place called Sanctuator. It has the evil. I'll show you. It makes sense. Probably should do a dupe of skooma right about now. That's fine. Okay, cool. We gotta go to a place called Sanctuator. It's over here. Martin, the fake emperor guy, we're gonna fight a big army of actual fight. Like, this time I'm not joking. And he is he wants a armor piece called the Armor of Tiber Septim to actually do the fight, because he doesn't want to fight without that. Also, it's never rained here while I did this before. So we're gonna go get that. It's in Sanctuator, and it's the biggest difference in the categories of no Dragonfire, skip the one I'm doing now, and no Out of Bounds. In no Out of Bounds, you need to do a bunch of stuff that's horrible to skip Sanctuator. But we're just gonna face through the wall because we can. It's in the code of Oblivion. Right, so we're approaching Sanctuator, and then we will do some Out of Bounds and grab the armor, and then we will go and fight people. Okay. That was weird. The loading area made it so I couldn't... that my input got eaten. Right, so we're just gonna face through the walls and not have to deal with this area at all. Normally we'd have to kill like a bunch of ghost people and make their ghosts open this door ahead, but instead of doing all of that, we are just gonna face Out of Bounds. In the no Out of Bounds category, you have to RNG get a staff that has like a explosion radius that makes it so you can shoot the armor to you. It's something. Right, okay, so we're just gonna boop inside of here and grab it and then leave again. So this is going really well so far. No real mistakes have been made. Pretty happy with this run so far. So because of that, I'm gonna make a hard save now. Not for any other reason than I'm happy. Right, so we just need to talk to him, and now we give him all the stuff that we didn't give him before until now, that we did at the start. Whew. Okay, so there's this town called Bruma needs to fight people, and we need to force them to fight people. Because they don't want to fight alone, but we just tell them, nah, it's fine, I'm here. Let's fight people.
Greetings.
Blah, 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 blah. That's our battle plans. Literally don't have any. That's the church save I made a while ago. we load up into that with the person that's talking to her so that we don't have to talk to her or walk to the church at all. Right, and if we wait for an hour, she just appears here, and yeah, we fight now. Right, so now we just need to wait for Martin, and hopefully he appears, because sometimes he doesn't. It's great. And this is where the big battle will happen. It's like 2 minutes of nothingness, and it's great. Hopefully I can get like a horse to appear, and then hopefully it doesn't die of falling damage. It's like the only interesting thing that might happen here. So this is like especially the best part for a donation, if there is one.
There is one. We have a $25 donation coming in from Tesser that actually asks you something. What is your favorite Elder Scrolls?
I have no idea. I don't really play them casually, so I guess Skyrim, because it has horse tilting. That's a glitch. But this has saddle skedaddle, which I found, so that's also pretty. They're pretty equal. But I guess Morrowind is the fastest any percent, isn't it? Or is Oblivion faster? I don't even know anymore. I think Morrowind is faster any percent, so that's even cooler. So we just need to wait for these guys to appear from portals. It's great. It's pretty much like we don't actually have to fight well. This we're just waiting for a clock to tick down. After this, we're gonna a big gate is gonna appear, like a giant one, and then we need to do that again. The thingy where we close the gate with the wrong door. Man, it's really hard to actually try to explain this game in a way that makes people understand what's happening. But I think I'm doing like an halfway decent attempt. Right, so the only thing important is that we don't hit an ally, because then they get really, really angry. And I guess making saves along the way is also pretty good, because Martin can die. Martin is, again, the wrong emperor, because the real emperor is still in the sewers. Just, yeah, trapped there by his own, I don't know, script. Let's drink some more. Navigate the battle a bit faster. Excuse me. Need to make sure I don't hit an ally. There, the third gate appears. Kill the big guy first. For some reason, the big guys have less HP than the small guys. Small guys die in 3 hits, big guy dies in 1 hit. Makes perfect sense. Right, so again, it's just waiting, and we're just making sure nothing gets too out of hand. When the big gate appears, 3 big boys are gonna appear, and usually you wouldn't deal with them at all. But I just want to make sure that they somewhat die. So I'm gonna deal with them. But you don't really have to do this, it's just for marathon safety more than anything. Because Martin can die. Right, so now we are in the big giant gate, and the big battle is about to not happen at all, because we do the thingy with the save at the weird door. That makes us unlock the inside of the gate again. It makes no sense, I'm so sorry, but welcome to Elder Scrolls speedruns and Bethesda and everything. Right, so now the big giant gate is closed. We just need to clear out these small last few people. I just need to make sure I don't hit an ally, because that would be really bad. Is everything good? Is that the only one left? Kill him, please. That one, please. Kill. Okay, cool.
We won.
Great, 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 great. Perfect. Excuse me. Cool. Right, so now we load up back again to the temple. And now we are about to enter Paradise, the place where Mankar Cameron escaped to. The place with actual dinosaurs. Called Paradise? Question mark. So now we're just waiting for Martin to appear. for like walking home from the battle, right? Takes a while for him. He can't load warp like us.
I have
If I didn't mention it, load warping exists in both Skyrim and Fallout 4 as well. It's great. Actually appears in 3 games. Insane, I know. Just pre-drinking some skooma. And now we're off. Again, so this is like Dream World, something of a Daedric Prince. I actually have no idea. I'm sorry, I don't know about the lore. Right, and so usually you would have to do like a bunch of things. I actually don't know what. But with saddle skedaddling, we can just, as you saw with getting on top of the temple thing, if we make a save here, and then load warp the save that we made on the chair in the meeting, we will teleport to the top of this map, which is right here, which is where we need to be. And if I interact with this door, I might softlock, so I have to make sure that I just make another save here for very safety. Okay, it's fine, I didn't need it. And now we are about to fight. Michael Cameron is the correct character, and here he is. And yeah, okay, he's dead, and that's the Amulet of Kings that we never got, that he stole from us when we didn't have it. Makes sense to me, I know, great game. Right, so now we go back to the temple again, and the no Dragonfire skip is about to like end, but we will do any percent after this. Still with the same timer though.
You found a way.
Blah 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 blah. Cool. And now we will go and talk to like some, I don't know, Chancellor of Tamriel. I don't know. We're gonna make a save in front of the door so that we don't have to listen to their meeting, because meetings are boring. Cool. And again, now we gave him the Amulet of Kings that we never had. Right? Makes sense, right?
I've been expecting.
Right. Just need to make sure that they are in. Cool. So now I will load warp the character that's my controls were taken away from me there, so I like can't move. Also, these are about to attack the Emperor, but I can just stand here and quick save, quick load, and that skips their lines, and then I'll be close to the door. Pretty good. And then we will get to the part where any percent gets to, and I'll explain that in a second. Right. So now the city is under attack by the Daedric Prince of what's it? Mehrunes Dagon. And he's here somewhere. Right, there he is. Cool. I think that's him. Right, so now we enter this chapel. This is where the ending of the game happens. But again, we will not stop time just yet. We will have to do any percent after. But we have a save for that, so it's all good. Right, so we just wait 1 more hour so that he moves. Then we go talk to him. And now this would have been time if we weren't gonna do any percent. So instead of doing all of that entire journey, the game might break now, but that's fine, the game's broken anyway. Instead of doing all of this, we're gonna go back to the sewers, right? And we're gonna leave as the Red Guard, because we made this before we became the High Elf, right? So we're still Sanix the Edgehog, the original one, right? The OG one. So if we just go straight away to the Temple District, that's not the same Temple District as the one we were just in, mind you. But if we go here, and we go into this door, we just need to clip past this door, and hopefully we get it fast, because, you know, we're kind of under time pressure. Right, so hopefully again we get past this door. Yeah, so the run is about to end, so if there's some struggling donations. The door in the floor is 1D, and it leads to the other ending, the correct one. Right, but now you'll ask, but havrd, you don't have the main quest, you have nothing. You just entered the tutorial, or exited. Oh. It's the last quest of the game. Whoops. So now this might be broken. Martin might not appear because I didn't close the game after he did the thing. So hopefully he appears. He did last time I did it at the marathon. Please appear. You can do it. If not, we will have to restart the game, and it's a whole... He's here. I knew I could believe in you. Right, so now he's here. Please do the line. Oh god, don't do me like this, man. Okay, cool. And once again we wait, and time is coming up,
I do.
and that would be time. This ending cutscene is really loud, so I don't want to play it. Again, I want to avoid playing. The cutscene's really, really loud. Oh yeah, and the donation incentive for Sanix, the Edgehog, was met, I believe. So that's coming up right now.